Dear viewers, Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. More than 6-decade-old hot strip mill 1 of SAIL Rourkela steel plant surpasses 60 million ton production. RSP and local MSEs share a symbiotic relationship, says Mr. Atanu Bhaumik, DIC, Rourkela steel plant. And in our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav series, today's personality is Shri Lakshmidhar Raut. Now the news in detail. More than 6-decade-old hot strip mill 1, HSM1 of SAIL Rourkela steel plant surpassed the landmark of rolling 60 million ton HR coils in the sea shift on 20th July 2022. Mr. Atanu Bhaumik, Director in Charge RSP, visited HSM1 on 22nd July to congratulate and celebrate the achievement of yet another milestone. He was accompanied by Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, Executive Director Works, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, Executive Director P&A, Mr. P.K. Sahu, Executive Director Projects, Mr. S. Tripathi, Executive Director MM, Mr. Debabrata Datta, CGM in Charge Hot Strip Mills, many chief general managers, heads of departments, other senior officers of the plant and a large number of employees of HSM1 were present on the occasion. Congratulating the HSM1 collective, the DIC said, "The surpassing of the milestone speaks volumes about the tenacity and capability of the HSM collective. The unwavering efforts of the collective will definitely help RSP touch new heights." He also exhorted everyone to make all-out effort to stabilize the HSM2 as soon as possible. The DIC cut a big cake to mark the celebrations. Mr. Suryavanshi in his address commended the efforts of HSM1 collective, which has been consistently posting wonderful performance since last few years and justifying the proverb, "Old is gold." Mr. P.K. Satpathy, while congratulating the department, encouraged everyone to continue to excel, which will help department to create new milestones. Expressing happiness over the grand performance of the more than 60-year-old mill, Mr. P.K. Sahu said that it gives a good message to the new hot strip mill, which is rapidly moving ahead in the stabilization process. Mr. Tripathi congratulated the team HSM and reassured the full-fledged support of Materials Management Department to HSM. Mr. Debabrata Datta welcomed the gathering and coordinated the program. Mr. B.R. Kumar, GM in charge HSM, proposed a formal vote of thanks. It is noteworthy that the 1700 mm semi-continuous mill commissioned in February 1961 by Messrs. Demag AG, West Germany, is considered as the mother mill of RSP. It has been supplying best-in-class products to both the internal and external customers since inception. The mill produced 1,48,696 tons of HR coils in 21-22, which was its best ever performance since inception. An interaction session was organized by SAIL Rourkela steel plant with the local industries in the Manthan Conference Hall of DIC Secretariat on 21st July. The session, organized by the PIVD, Peripheral Industries and Vendor Development Section of Materials Management Department, was presided over by Mr. Atanu Bhaumik, Director in Charge. Present on the occasion were Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, Executive Director Works, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, Executive Director P&A, Mr. P.K. Sahu, Executive Director Projects, Mr. Somnath Tripathi, Executive Director MM, Mr. A.K. Behuria, CGM in Charge F&A, Mr. S.K. Nayak, CGM F&A, and other senior officers of RSP. In all, 15 entrepreneurs from Rourkela Chamber of Commerce, RCCI, District Small Scale Industries Association, DSSIA, Orissa Assembly of Small and Medium Enterprises, OSME, Orissa Young Entrepreneurs Association, OYEA, attended the program. The objective of the meeting was to explore possibilities of sourcing spares from local small-scale industries and encouraging the local entrepreneurs to upgrade their facilities, keeping in view the future modernization and expansion of RSP. Emphasizing on the fact that RSP and the local MSMEs share a symbiotic relationship, Mr. Bhaumik urged the entrepreneurs to expand their facilities, make Rourkela a steel hub. He also underscored the role of MSEs in the development of local youth by generating employment opportunities and the overall development of the region. Exhorting the local industry bodies to extend necessary support and cooperation to make RSP the best steel plant of the country, he also called upon them to create a healthier environment for the development of neighboring industries and ushering in inclusive growth. In his opening remarks, Mr. Tripathi emphasized upon increasing steel consumption in the region by encouraging local industries to enhance their capabilities. He dwelled upon the role played by the local industries, particularly the MSMEs, in the growth and development of RSP. He also informed them about the drive initiated by RSP for inducting more SC and ST and women MSE entrepreneur as its vendor and appealed the industry associations to help RSP in this endeavor. At the outset, Mr. K.S. Virdi, GMMM, welcomed the gathering and introduced the dignitaries. Mr. Asim Apurva, DGMMM, proposed a formal vote of thanks, while Ms. Anindita Mahapatra, DGMMM, coordinated the function. It may be noted that RSP has been conducting several such interaction sessions with the local MSE industries so as to encourage and guide them in increasing their share in RSP's procurement basket to strengthen the vision of vocal for local and also to increase local consumption of steel in the region under the Purvodaya scheme. SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant is presenting a series of news on the eminent personalities of Orissa to mark the ongoing Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. Today's personality is Pala artist Shri Lakshmidhar Raut. Born in 1943 in village Charapara of Kendrapara district, Shri Lakshmidhar Raut presented innumerable Pala performances in the states of Orissa, Bihar, West Bengal and various Pala Pitha of the country from a very early age. Based on the fundamental principles and contents of the art form, he has also authored a book called Udaharana Sataka. Shri Lakshmidhar Raut has been honoured with several titles and awards in recognition of his talent, including the Jayadeva National Award from the Jayadev Council for Development of Culture, the State Council for Artistic Research and Training Orissa, and the Orissa Sangeet Natak Academy Award. Shri Lakshmidhar Raut has also received the Sangeet Natak Academy Award for his contribution to the folk music of Orissa. That's all in this edition of Rourkela News. Namaskar.